Alright, so today I'm going to show you my Jamiroquai collection so far, which I have all the albums on CD, also have the Virtual Insanity figure, and also have 3 of the official DVDs as well. So I'm going to show you my collection of Jamiroquai CDs. First off, the albums. So here's Emergency on Planet Earth. Here's The Return of the Space Cowboy, which is the European version. This one right here is the North American version of Emergency on Planet Earth. Here's Trial of Moving, which this one's a Japanese copy. And this was my first Jamiroquai CD I ever owned back in 2013. Here's Synchronized, which is also North American. Here's A Funk Odyssey, which I got at Sound Exchange for $3, which is the North American version. Here's Dynamite, which is the Japanese version. Here's High Time Singles 1992-2006, which is the North American version. Here's Rock Dust Like Star, which is the European version with the original cover. The North American one has like the Gold Buffalo Man on there. And here's Auto Maiden, which is the worldwide release, which I actually got this for Christmas back 2017. And I've been listening to this album when it came out too, which is a pretty good one. And here's the miscellaneous CDs. Here's J Selection, which this is the one I've been wanting for a long time, and I finally got back 2023. Here's Late Night Tales, which I got for $7 at Sound Exchange back 2014, along with Funk Odyssey. All of these two are not really Jamiroquai albums, but just compilations of the songs that Jay likes. Here's In Store Jam, which is a promo CD. That includes all of the hits. Here's Greatest Hits, which this one's like a Russian bootleg. This one took like a few months to get there, and I got this back 2014. Here's the dual disc version of Dynamite. The reason why I bought like the CD version of this one is because I already have a dual disc copy of this one, and this one doesn't play on a lot of music CDs, like a lot of CD players. So I just had to like buy the CD version of Dynamite. Here's High Tide Singles 1992-2006, which is the one that includes a bonus DVD. And this one includes a music video for Runaway, which is not available on the original DVD version. But this one's a Japanese copy. There's also a blue version, which includes the remix CD instead of the DVD. And here's the singles. Here's a single for Too Young to Die and When You Gonna Learn. Here's Stillness in Time. Here's Trial of Moving. Virtual Insanity. Sorry, I meant to say that one. And here's Lil L. And I'm going to show you the DVDs and VHS tape with the Deeper Underground single. So here's Jamiroquai Live in Verona 2002, which this one's a PAL copy. It says it's region free, but it's like a PAL copy, but it's in a PAL format. Here's High Tide Singles 1992-2006, which I got this for Christmas back 2013, which is the same year where I got into Jamiroquai. Here's Live at Montreux 2003. This one appears to be like the last Jamiroquai DVD that's ever released, like the last official one. This was going to be published by Sony, but they actually dropped the contract in 2007. And so they actually got a different company to publish it, which is Eagle Eye Media. But yeah, that was originally going to be like a Sony published DVD, but they got like Eagle Eye Media to publish it. And here's Deeper Underground and High Times, which includes 3 music videos and includes the single for Deeper Underground. This one is not the Godzilla edition, but just the one with the fish tank that replaced Godzilla. This one has the Godzilla version of the music video, but this one doesn't, but just some fish tank. And here's the synchronized tour book of Jamiroquai. I'll show you the pages. Here's Jay and his Levi's. Here's the single for Can't Heat, which this appears to be my only Jamiroquai vinyl I have in my collection. Although someday I'll get like one of the Jamiroquai vinyls. I've always wanted to try about moving on vinyl for a very long time. Hopefully I'll get that one someday. Here's this Jamiroquai figure and his Virtual Insanity, which is Jay in his Virtual Insanity tire. And I've actually been wanting this figure when it came out, because of course I love me some Jamiroquai. And I've been taking pictures of Jay playing my video games, which is actually pretty fun to take pictures of this figure. Although I don't really collect a lot of like Time Machine Nation figures, but I think this is actually one of my exceptions because I love Jamiroquai. And here's all the picture frames, like all the postcards I have in frames. So here's this postcard of the Dynamite era of Jamiroquai, which I got this one back in 2015. And here's this postcard of the Synchronized album. See the June 8th one, which I got back in 2014. And last but not least, I have this Jamiroquai pin, this Golden Buffalo Man pin. And I actually got this in back 2014 as well. I paid $8 for it too. Although I've heard it's actually a pretty rare pin. But I'm actually glad to have this in my collection. And my introduction to Jamiroquai, well, I once had a Napoleon Dynamite toothbrush, which is a tooth-tuned toothbrush, and it played the song Can't Heat. And I actually don't know who sung it at the time, until back 2013, when I was listening to Virtual Insanity on Sirius XM. And that's actually where I finally realized who sung that. Oh, and also the song Travel That Movie played on this PlayStation 1 game called Speed Punks, which grew up playing that one. And I didn't know who sung that at the time until back 2013. I finally knew who sung it, which was Jamiroquai. But 2013 was the same year where I got into this band. And that's all of my Jamiroquai collection that I have so far. Hopefully I'll get like another vinyl of the band someday. Well, just want to show you my Jamiroquai collection, so that's all for right now, and thanks for watching.